Rebel Sokocha here at the 2025 Cattle Industry Convention, and I am joined by Deb VanOverbeke, an Animal Science Department Head at the University of Nebraska, Lincoln. It's been an exciting week. Tell us about UNL's presence here at convention and some of the conversations you've had with folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's about being visible and being present, not only for producers, but potential students. You never know who you might run across. But it's a way for us to interact with our producers across the state and make sure they have access to resources that they might need, but also engaging with other companies and those that are supplying inputs and things for beef producers that maybe we can engage with research platforms. And so it's what do we have access to, what are we available to do, and how can we help benefit them down the road?
Fantastic. Well, what are some of those resources in particular that you hope producers take advantage of?
Yeah, so one of the things we're highlighting is making sure they know about, for example, feedlot roundtables that are coming up in a couple weeks. And so we'll be across the state doing an education extension program called Beef Feedlot Roundtable, where we will hit 3 spots across Nebraska, and just making sure, one, they know we're going to be there, and 2, know what topics and things we're going to talk about so that they might find value and resources in programs that are going on in their area so that they don't have to travel very far. And sometimes it's the ability to get them to a meeting and connect with other producers as well, that everyone can gain some perspective and aspects from that, in addition to us being present with them in those environments.
Absolutely. Well, obviously those producer conversations are important, but as far as prospective students are concerned, what are some programs that you hope the students take advantage of?
Yeah, so our conversations with students mostly are about grad student recruiting, surprisingly. So obviously we're in University Pavilion here in the trade show and a lot of other institutions around us. Booths also, staffed by some undergraduate students or students that they have with them. So having those conversations about where we can fit and maybe their next aspirations as a graduate student, depending on what aspect they want to go into, or even just seeing where opportunities might be for us to coexist in a space with somebody that they're already working with at their institution, and how we can partner together for them to have an even more valuable educational experience.
Absolutely. Well, obviously back in Lincoln and in the Cornhusker State, there's a lot of really engaging research going on in the beef space. What are some of those projects that are currently underway, and what are you looking forward to sharing with the state?
Yeah, so it's everything from research that's in our new Classroom and Feedlot Innovation Center, whether it's in the housing space or using that roller compacted concrete in open outdoor feedlot pens. It's everything from that to animal handling and do we have differences in animal welfare and animal handling issues as we use different chute spaces, all the way to meat science. And what can we do to reduce the impact or severity of dart cutters? And so lots of opportunity, lots of things happening with our researchers in the state of Nebraska.
Awesome. Well, certainly encouraging to see representation from the beef state here at the NCBA trade show. Once again, our coverage of CattleCon is brought to you by the Nebraska Cattlemen.